Pluto in Aquarius squares a full moon in Scorpio, and the energy is intense. It's transformative. Both Pluto and Scorpio are associated with deep, profound change, evolution. So this energy invites us to embrace the process of transformation, to surrender to the ebb and flow of change, and to trust in the wisdom of our inner self. It's an opportunity to release what no longer serves us, to embrace the new opportunities for growth and evolution of our path that lies ahead. So sit back, relax, and join me as we embark on a journey of self-discovery and empowerment. We will gain a knowledge and understanding of how to embrace this energy, utilize it, own it, and move forward today and every day. So hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all of the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. Welcome to your daily focus for April the 23rd, 2024. And we'll start with the numerology. Now, just before I jump into the numerology, and I do have timestamps here. So for those of you who really don't care who I am, or, you're just showing up for the very first time, you might want to just skip ahead to the numerology. But for those of you who follow me, I got a job opportunity, and it just kind of took me by surprise, the timing and everything. So I wasn't home the entire weekend. I was working hard, so the weeklies are not going to be out. I am going to be working for like the next 5 or 6 days straight, and it's long days. I just don't have time to do a video, nor will I have the energy, okay? And you guys know that I won't pick up a deck of cards if I'm low in energy, because I'm not going to bring through the message. So quitting time was a little earlier. I took a little nap. Here I am to give you this reading, but I probably won't be around until the weekend again, okay? So I do apologize for my absence. I didn't want you to worry. Definitely not. And it's a full moon, and you know me, that's intense energy, and so I want to be here and guide you through it. Anyways, okay, let's start with the numerology. Today we have the energy of the 23. The 23 is about having a faith, a belief in yourself, in God, your angels, the universe, your guides, to know that you are being led to safe places, places for growth, places for opportunity. 2 plus 3 is a 5 energy, and so a 5 energy is about giggles and laughters and creating it. It's about letting your creativity flow. It's about, finding joy and attaching to that joy, embracing that joy. Now, if we look at the daily numerology, it would be a 4 plus a 5 plus an 8, and that is a 17. That is making the impossible possible. That is a renewed sense of hope. And I can understand that with the energy of the full moon, that we gain a new hope, a new understanding as we start to unravel some things in our life that has prevented us from going exactly where we want to go. 1 plus 7 is an 8. That is about creating prosperity, abundance, stature. Now, when we look at the astrology of the day, we have the sun in Taurus, we have our moon in Scorpio, and they will oppose each other in the sky, creating our full moon in Scorpio at 4 degrees. So 4 degrees is all about our foundations, making sure they are strong, getting our ducks in a row. It could be home and family as well. Safety and security would also play a part here in the 4 energy. And the main player is the only one that wasn't a participant in our solar eclipse, Pluto in Aquarius. So Pluto has decided to be the only one captivating our attention, whereas all the other planets were captivating our attention prior to this. Now, Pluto in Aquarius, it brings, a collective transformation. There's a very strong emphasis on breaking free from old structures, paradigms. It's about embracing radical ideas. It's about having progressive thoughts, progressive thinking. And so this can lead, obviously, to very significant shifts in our social dynamics and revolutions in technology, advancements in the human consciousness. Now, meanwhile, we got the full moon in Scorpio, and that heightens our emotional intensity and depth. Scorpio is associated with transformation, power, regeneration. They both have to do with death and rebirth. Now, with the Scorpio moon, our emotions are intensified and our subconscious desires and fears come to the surface. So, yeah, people will, all of a sudden that thing that they have pushed down comes out. A drop of a pin and boom, the explosion happens. This is a time where those emotions, those deep hidden fears, anxieties, worries, concerns, that's when it comes out. So be careful of your conversations with other people, okay? Or understand that if you're just a little angry, then maybe it's time to just sit back a little bit and go within and think about, why am I so angry today? What is causing that? What is the feeling? What is setting me off? What is the trigger? It's a time for diving deep within and confronting our shadow selves, releasing some emotional baggage before we have that explosion. So pull it back, step back. Don't get angry right away, but rather try and pull it back and think of why you are so angry in that present moment. Because chances are it really has very little to do with what you're dealing with in front of you at the time. That's why the perfect way to use this energy is by making time to pull it back and going within. Doing some shadow work. The square aspect between Pluto and the full moon creates this tension, this friction. The energies clash. They challenge each other. On one hand, there's this push for radical change and innovation, and a desire to break free from the past, embrace the future. And on the other hand, there's this pull towards emotional intensity, introspection, transformation on a personal level. So we can easily bring in power struggles as we wrestle with the need for change and the resistance to letting go. It's a time of confrontation and cleansing, where hidden truths come to light, and we're called to confront our deepest fears and desires. Now, here's where we need to understand just how much this energy can move us in the right direction. Okay, we have been experiencing intense energy for weeks, okay, to step into new paths, opportunities presenting themselves to us, but we can't, until we face that fear, until we push through that anxiety, or possibly find out where we have been misled with a false truth, blocking the way from being able to move forward. Well, we simply cannot until we face those fears. Look it in the eye. This is a time to go within and understand a deeply rooted fear and look it in the eye and leave it in your rearview mirror when you're done with that, because it loses its power once you can label it, once you can put your finger on it, once you see it for what it is. Okay, let's turn to the cards. Our underlying energy is, look at this, the Ace of Wands. It's all about the balance, getting the ducks in the row, building our foundation strong so that we can build upon it, so we can be successful, long-term, sustainable growth. Oh, that's really a blur. I know you guys said my camera's washed out, and I tried to do a little bit of work to it. I don't know why I'm getting that really bad glare, though. We have the Page of Swords. How can I hold that so you don't get the glare? The Page of Swords. She stands there. Look at her. She just, this is where we don't think about our actions. We don't think about our words. We just do something to shake the tree, to get the energy moving, to make something happen, to change the conversation, to whatever it might be. So we have to be very careful about that spontaneous energy that we will be experiencing for, the next 2 weeks, really. But the first 4 or 5 days is probably the strongest. This is also a very spiritual card. It's one where the angels are listening to you. So talk to them, and those things that are hard to deal with, then give them up to God. Give them up to your angels. Give it up to the universe. They'll help you with it, but you have to ask. We have the 10 of Wands. My son was in here playing in my office. He might have a lot to do with the lighting. All the lighting is moved around. My desk was moved around. The cameras were moved around. Okay, the 10 of Wands. This is one that has been coming up a lot. We really can't go forward unless we let loose. Not let loose. Rather, let some things loose in our lives. Leave some things in our rearview mirror. We're carrying around way too much. It could be responsibilities. It could be obligations. It could be where we have control over certain things in our life. We need to understand what has growth potential and what is just deadwood. We need to separate it. We need to make our steps lighter. And this is a time where we need to really look at things and start making ourselves a priority. And I think, if we do some shadow work, we will see where maybe we are giving away our energy or our time or our resources in ways that don't help us and maybe even hinder us or pull us back. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, the storm's past. It's time to go forward. She's more of a frugal kind of queen, okay? She holds that pentacle there because she knows the value of it. She knows how she's going to utilize it properly. She doesn't waste it. She doesn't, she really thinks it through. She really thinks through how she can go forward in a way that's frugal, and yet she's not nickel and diming herself. Where to truly invest money, where are her time or her energy for that matter, the things that ground us the most. We do have the sun sitting in our chair, so it is we have the sun behind us as we sit in the chair. I'll say all the words in the sentence. How's that? Just proving I'm not AI. So AI wouldn't do that, or maybe AI would. We all have 6 fingers in AI. We get this clarity, we get this understanding of how to move forward and not, and we're moving forward in very practical ways. I mean, we got to remember now the sun is in Taurus, and that is our money house. That is our relationship to money. And so this is a strong relationship to money. So maybe we are growing a stronger relationship with our money. We are becoming very practical with what we are spending it on, what we are investing in. Okay, we'll get an oracle card here. I felt like there was something else to say there, and I just didn't grasp it. Okay, we have 18. New experiences and possibilities. New experiences and possibilities. Look at that fantastic tree. I'd love to have that tree in my backyard. Look at it all full of colors. Okay, here we go. Try and hold it up so you can see it well. Oh, she's on a horse. There we go. Oh, gosh, the horse is right in the tree. Isn't that amazing? Okay. Look around in nature. Notice the new beginnings, new experiences, new choices being shown to you. They will only be evident to you if you take the time to look for these subtle messages. You are on the first steps of along a new path. You are being offered a blank page. What are the first words you would like to write on it? Your possibilities are endless. You are now in complete control of your life. This is a new beginning on your journey. Live in the present and trust in your own abilities. Plant your seeds and willingly venture into the new territory. And I love that because the solar eclipse is not just a 2-week party. The solar eclipse is a 6-month party. And then we have the sun, or not the sun, Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus as well, conjunct still, and will be for a bit. So, the Scorpio full moon is really giving us that extra that we can break through the limitations, what's holding us back, what's not allowing us to move forward in the way that we want to move forward. We do. But something keeps pushing us back. Something keeps holding us back. The Scorpio full moon is telling us to go within so that we do see the subtle opportunities, the clues, the hints of what's being shown to us so that we can go forward. It is a full moon. So I am going to do a Journey of Love card. But first, let's find out what animal decides to show up. And we have the 4 of air. So we have that 4 energy. The koala. Isn't that great? We have the koala bear. Thoroughly think things through before making a decision. Continuing to overanalyze isn't going to get you any closer to a resolution, but meditation and prayer will bring the answers you seek. And I truly do believe the more we decide to back it up a little bit over the next several days, this week, and really look at where we need to move things out of our way, leave things in the rearview mirror, put completions, ending, and closure on things, that's going to clear out a lot of where we have been overanalyzing, where we have been pulling back. Maybe it's a fear. Maybe it's an anxiety. Maybe it's just we've just got too much on our plate. But continuing to overanalyze is not going to get you any closer to a resolution. It's about meditation and prayer to bring the answers you seek. So start having conversations seemingly with yourself. And think things through. Absolutely. But the Scorpio energy is definitely about going within and seeking the answers. Now, I think I will be back by the 25th, but in case I'm not, Mercury will be going stationary direct. Now, that doesn't mean that you should just jump in and do something that you've been holding off on because of the Mercury retrograde. It needs to pick up a little bit of speed, and there is a little bit of energy that we will be walking through one more time to get a lot of clarity and understanding. So, don't push the energy right now. Walk into what's available to you. Our Journey of Love card is Loving All That Is, the 22 energy. The 22 energy, the strongest energy when it comes to numerology, well, in my personal opinion at least. Can we see that? Not if I turn it that way, you get all this light coming at it from somewhere. Don't worry, guys. I'll get her fixed. It's the message that's important. Okay, the 22 energy, very small poem. Okay. There we go. Maybe a little bit. No, it's just catching light somehow. I'm not really sure how. I do apologize. A state of being, allowing, receiving, becoming one with all that is. I love the way it starts out. It says, "You wise, awakening being. You can love all that is. You can love your tears and your sadness, for they are a testament to your open heart. You can love your numbness and fatigue, for they show that you have worked hard and now in need of rest. You can love your energy and passion, even when you are so far ahead of the pack you have to wait a while for everyone else to catch up, but maybe a day, maybe a decade or so, because you choose not to curb your enthusiasm for anyone. You can love your anger because underneath that, its fire is a desire for respect, and you can love your peacefulness because within your heart, you really don't care much for fighting sometimes. If there's something that is shaming you, worrying you, challenging you, it's okay, just love it. It will make sense when it needs to. Until then, just love it, even when it hurts. For it's part of your own divine nature awakening. It may be just as painful, it may just be like a painful cramp happening because it's all curled up for too long." This oracle brings you a sweet message. You are just asked to love. Everything else will take care of itself. So, under this full moon energy, we will have a lot of releasing, letting go, closure. But it's a harder energy, and so we call it but it really isn't a hard energy. We make it hard because we just do have to roll up our sleeves and do some work, some inner work on ourselves. But we're also greatly rewarded for that inner work. And things can change very quickly where we can move forward. I was just watching a video by somebody, oh gosh, but he says he did an energy cleansing, a clearing, and the next day he made as much as he did for the entire year because he finally cleared the energy. He finally released the blocks, the things that were holding him back. So, this is your opportunity to remove a block, to remove a limitation, to move past a limitation, to understand that you are more than worthy and deserving of the path you choose to go forward in. And this is a time to allow some things, the freedom to leave your life so that you can venture into the new beginnings awaiting your presence. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.